So let's go ahead and jump right into the next thing with the news feed, which is they are like Disney is adamant about keeping Black Widow as a theatrical release. And as you can tell, there's a lot of Disney stuff going on up in this podcast. But in any case, so Bob Chapek said on Thursday during an investors call that we are going to be watching very carefully to see whether the strategy needs to be revisited as far as sending it to Disney Plus for premiere access, like they're doing with Raya and the Last Dragon, and like they did with Mulan, and or just maybe even possibly just straight, well, yeah, just straight sending it, or maybe even doing a hybrid, thing like they are doing with Raya in the Last Dragon. Because if you remember with Mulan, they just sent it straight to Disney Plus as far as like premiere access. So you had to pay $30 to watch it, and now Raya and the Last Dragon, you get the option. You pay $30 to watch it on Premiere Access on Disney Plus, or you can go to the movie theaters and watch it. And they might end up doing either one of those two things with Black Widow, or just may keep it as a theatrical release. But as of right now, they're trying to keep it as a theatrical release, and the factors that made craft their decisions are the number of theaters that are open, as well as demand for a theatrical experience. Which I don't know how they're going to count the theatrical experience, or the demand for it. But I mean, I'm pretty sure that a lot of people would love to see this in the movie theaters, but then you still got a lot of people that still being cautious that won't even step into a movie theater. Like my brother, he won't even step into a movie theater. He would rather watch, if it's a hybrid, he will watch it on whatever streaming service it is. And me, I would go to the movie theaters. But I mean, but I don't know. Like, I honestly feel like it should still be in theaters. But right now, they're getting close to it being kind of like a hard possibility to keep it as a theatrical release, because so much stuff is tied to it. Like, they have an order in which they need to drop these films and series that they can't literally drop Black Widow, in theaters next year, and then the movies that were supposed to come out of it after it drop it before. Like, everything has to be in order, because more than likely Black Widow sets up for the Eternals. The Eternals probably set up before like Spider-Man 3 or Spider-Man Homecoming 3, whatever the title is going to be called. So it has to be set in that specific order. So after a while, it's gonna have to be to a point where they can't wait. So they're gonna have to make a decision on whether they want to do, like, send it exclusively to theaters, exclusively to Disney Plus with premiere access, or do the hybrid. So it's either gonna be one of those. But the movie is to be released May 7th of this year. They may end up bumping it back a little bit, but I don't know. We'll see what's happening. But yeah, it's just, with it being tied to other Marvel movies, is making it extra harder to kind of like really make a decision. It's like, in a sense, they're gonna have their hands tied. Like, they can't do anything else but release it and do this with it. But we'll see. I'm definitely am really wanting to see this movie.